So our olfactory neurons, these neurons in our nose that detect odors, are really unique among other brain neurons because they get replenished throughout life. They don't just regenerate, but they get replenished. So regeneration is when something is damaged and it regrows. These neurons are constantly turning over throughout our lifespan. They're constantly being replenished. They're dying off and they're being replaced by new ones. This is really interesting because other neurons in your cortex, in your retina, in your cerebellum, they do not do this. They are not continually replenished throughout life. But these neurons, these olfactory neurons are. They are special. And there are a number of things that seem to increase the amount of olfactory neuron neurogenesis. There is evidence that exercise, blood flow, can increase olfactory neuron neurogenesis, although those data are fewer in comparison to things like social interactions or actually interacting with odorants of different kinds. But what I'd like to do is empower you with tools that will allow you to keep these systems tuned up. Last time we talked about tuning up and keeping your visual system tuned up and healthy regardless of age. Here we're talking about really enhancing your olfactory abilities, your taste abilities, as well by interacting a lot with odors, preferably positive odors, and sniffing more, inhaling more, which almost sounds crazy, but now you understand why. Even though it might sound crazy, it's grounded in real mechanistic biology of how the brain wakes up and responds to these chemicals. Now, speaking of brain injury, olfactory dysfunction is a common theme in traumatic brain injury for the following reason. These olfactory neurons, as I mentioned, extend wires into the mucosa of the nose, but they also extend a wire up into the skull, and they extend up into the skull through what's called the cribriform plate. It's like a Swiss cheese type plate where they're going through, and if you get a head hit, that bone, the cribriform plate, shears those little wires off, and those neurons die.